What is up, my fellow Harley riders? This is the Perpetuating Party of Patrick Party of Patrick. Sorry, and today we're doing another tier list video. The last one I did was on Tunes, and today I figured I might as well do one on Cartoon Network because I'm not gonna lie, I do like Cartoon Network. At least the older stuff. Not the hugest fan of the newer stuff, but yeah, a lot. But yeah, I did decide to find this tier list. Like, it has most of the shows that were from like the '90s to 2010s or so, and yeah, this tier list. The format has S plus S, then the rest of the other letters with them by themselves or with a plus. I guess and plus makes them exceptional over the other, well, except for C and F. Now, for some reason at the bottom part, they had two haven't watched tiers. For some reason, they were called haven't watched but think is trash and haven't watched but think is good. But I don't know how you can say something is good or bad if you haven't watched it. But yeah, this is kind of a weird tier list. But anyways, this does have most of the shows that aired on Cartoon Network. Some of these I obviously have not seen, so I have that tier separately. But yeah, it looks like the first one we're starting off with is Bakugan. Now, my memories of the show are kind of vague, but I remember liking it, so I just would just go with a kind of like a B. I remember again still liking it. Uh, Total drama. This show was pretty good for at least the first couple seasons, but it did trail off in the later seasons, so I'm just gonna have to give it a B plus. It was enjoyable for what it was, though. Courage the Cowardly Dog. I think that's another good one. Would I say it's something that I watch a lot? I don't know, but yeah, I think the just an A is pretty good for Grim and Evil. I think this is like the first season or like the preseason of the Grim Adventures. I don't know if I really watched it, so I'm just gonna throw in haven't watched. But Grim Adventures, you should probably know where that would go. Uh, Here we have my favorite of the Ben 10 seasons, Ben 10 Alien Force. Yeah, personally, this is, like I said, my favorite of the Ben 10 series, and I'm a Ben 10 fan, so, uh, I think S is probably a good spot for it, in my opinion. This one was really entertaining to watch, in my opinion. Okay, Teen Titans Go, yeah, I don't think it's as bad as some people say, but I still find it incredibly irritating. F would be a good place for it, in my opinion. Samurai Jack, I remember this one being pretty good as well. I'll probably gonna throw it in the same tier as Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's a cool show. Over the Garden Wall, have not seen this one. Powerpuff Girls, a very, very classic Cartoon Network show. And yet again, another one that I really like. I'm gonna give this an A plus. It did kind of trail off in the later seasons, but the other earlier stuff was good. Don't get me wrong. Class of 3000, haven't seen it. Totally Spies, haven't seen that either. Ed and Eddie, another really classic Cartoon Network show. And yeah, I think this one's pretty good. I'm gonna throw this in the same category as Powerpuff Girls. The next one we have is Cedar Mountain Fort Awesome. I remember this being pretty fucking bad, so yeah, F. Transformers animated, whatever that is, I have not seen that. We Bare Bears, I have seen it, but wasn't really that impressed by it, so yeah, C tier. Ben 10 Omniverse, I do think this. Yeah, I might get some flack for this, but I do actually like this version of Ben 10. It is probably my least favorite of the four ones that I've actually watched, but it's a good one in my opinion. B plus. The next one we have is Johnny Test. Now, I do think the show is overhated, to be quite honest, but I don't really like it that much, so yeah, C tier. Mid-Souls, I have seen this, but I do not remember shit about it, or like, I may have seen like small clips of it, so yeah, I'm still gonna throw it and haven't watched. Grim Adventures, I really like this show, personally. Am I as big of a fan of it as I was a couple months ago? No, but from what I remember, it's a great show. I'm gonna have to throw it at the top of the A plus tier, in my opinion, very good. Fuck. Camp Laszlo, haven't seen a whole lot of this show, but I remember it being very good, in my opinion, or I at least remember it being pretty good, so yeah, I think B would be good for it. Uncle Grandpa, I don't think this show is very good, but It's not that bad, so I'm just gonna throw it in C tier. Craig of the Creek, haven't seen it. This one I legit have not even heard of, but Adventure Time, I think it's pretty good. At least I'm not like an overly obsessed fan of it, but again, this one was enjoyable for what it was too. I might have to put in B plus actually, but yeah, regular show. Okay, here we have one that I really do enjoy. Yeah, I think this is probably one of the last really good Cartoon Network shows in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna have to throw this in the S tier along with Ben 10 Alien Force. Okay, Beyblade, I have seen it, but not a huge fan of this either. C tier. Uh, yeah, I think that's a good spot for it. Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know why this is in the Cartoon Network shows. Section was I again. I do not remember this being on Cartoon Network. I swore it was on something like 4Kids or something. But yeah, I do kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't get me wrong. So yeah, B tier. I think. Benson Ultimate Alien. I like as with the most of the other Ben 10 shows. I do really like this one as well. Out of the first 3 seasons, this is my least favorite of the bunch, but it is not bad by any means. I think it is a very good one, but I'm gonna have to give it the A plus tier. There, I think. Yeah, that's good. Uh, Clarence, from what I remember of it, not very good. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to throw this in. Okay, expect a lot of the newer Cartoon Network shows to be around the C tier, but yeah, Cow and Chicken, do not remember this one being very good, so got to throw this in C tier. Generator Reds, I have heard advertisements for it, but I haven't watched it, or I haven't watched a full episode, so yeah. I heard it was made by the same people who made Ben 10, but yeah, this one I've legit not even heard of. Casper, have not seen this. Pokemon, I still have that view of this show being pretty mediocre, in my opinion, so C tier, in my opinion. Uh, Star Wars The Clone Wars, I remember this one being a very entertaining show, not gonna lie. Like just some of the other ones, I'm not overly obsessed with it or anything, but again, it's enjoyable for what it is. I think a B plus would be a good spot for it. Had to rearrange some of those. Uh, Crypto, I feel like I have seen it, but I have like very piss poor memory, so I'm gonna have to throw it here. Looney Tunes, I do believe this was on Cartoon Network from what I remember of it, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Very solid, not gonna lie, but not something that I'd overly watch, but I guess A tier wouldn't, or maybe B plus. I don't know where to put it. Probably somewhere in between there. Problem Solvers, from what I remember of it, very fucking bad, so gonna have to throw this in this tier right here. Uh, don't know why this is here, but Codename Business Door, I really like this one, personally. Is it the greatest thing ever? I don't really think so, but again, it is another show that I think is very, very enjoyable, and I do like watching it, so, you know what? Let's give it the A plus tier. I remember it being very good. The next one we have is the OG Ben 10 series. I really like this version of Ben 10. Do I think it's the greatest Ben 10 season like a lot of other people have said? No, but it is a very, very enjoyable one in my opinion. And I think it's second to only Alien Force, so I'm going to have to throw it in the S tier. So far, none of them have been an S plus, surprisingly. But, yeah, the next one we have is Johnny Bravo. I guess from what I remember of the show, it was decent, but again, I wasn't the hugest fan of it. Okay, ignore that notification, but yeah, I guess I'll have to give it a B. It was enjoyable, I guess, but okay, 16, I think that's what that is. Have not seen this. Uh, don't know what this one is. Flapjack, I think I have seen this one, and I guess it's not too bad. I did think it was at least decent from what I've seen of it. So, I think I'd probably put in the B tier as well. Foster Home for Imaginary Friends. This one was really enjoyable, in my opinion. Crap, I have the first 3 seasons on DVD, and yeah, like I said, I do think this one is a pretty enjoyable one. I think it's kind of bordering the line between A and B plus, so I'm just gonna, you know what, screw it. Let's make it a low A. Sorry, that took a minute to say, but yeah, Chowder, have not seen it a whole lot, but from what I have seen of it, again, another B tier one in my opinion. Yeah, there's a couple in B, but yeah, Mighty Magosaurus. I think I may have seen this one, but vague memories. But okay, yeah, a couple of these I've got to throw in. Holy fuck, there's quite a bit I haven't seen. The new Ben 10, I still have not seen this. Uh, okay, then there's a couple got to throw in here, but yeah, Scooby Doo, not the hugest fan of it, so gonna have to throw this in C tier to be quite frank. Uh, the Powerpuff Girls reboot, not a fan of this one at all, to be honest. I'm kind of bordering on the line of where I. Okay, I'm gonna have to throw this in the F tier because again, I really do not like this one. I'm not like those people who think these two are worse than Hitler, Teen Titans Go, and the Powerpuff Girls reboot, but do not like these. But yeah, Batman the Brave and the Bold. I think I have seen this, and I guess it's decent from what I remember of it. Yeah, there. Again, it is kind of odd seeing that there's let's just say a couple Cartoon Network shows that I don't remember, but yeah, again, gonna have to throw this in the B. Why not? Uh, Almost Naked Animals. Yes, I do remember this one, but remember being hot garbage, so gonna have to throw this in the F tier. Uh, yeah. Okay, there we go. The Amazing World of Gumball. I do really like this one. Personally, I think it is a pretty entertaining one. Do I think it's amazing? No, but I do like it from what I remember of it. And I think this is probably one of the last pretty good Cartoon Network shows. You have to throw this in the B plus tier as well. It is pretty exceptional. But yeah, the Secret Saturdays I have seen. I think I have seen advertisements for this show, but I have not actually watched it. Okay, let's get the last one that I have not seen out of the way. We have a Symbionic Titan. Now, on to these three, which I have seen all of them, and the varying degrees are where I'd put them. Steven Universe, again, still kind of fucking hate this show. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah, I really do not like this. I think it is pretty overrated trash, but okay, honestly, I don't know where to put this between C and F. Yeah, I'd probably have to throw it at a high F. Why not? Again, I guess it's not as bad as the shows below it, but yeah, I personally find the show to be very overrated and not fun to watch at all. Tom and Jerry, it is a very classic childhood memory of mine, but I guess I'm not as overly a fan of it. But again, I feel like this is what the B tier is pretty much. Just shows that I do think are pretty good, but I'm not the hugest fan of watching them. But yeah, okay, Teen Titans. Now, this one you're gonna be pretty surprised by because this was another one of the shows that was in my overrated shows list or shows that everyone else likes that I don't. Well, I don't know. I was just struggling to come up with a title for it, but believe it or not, I actually really like this show now. Now, do I think it's like animation perfection or anything? I don't know, but it's a very entertaining show to watch for me now. Got to throw this at the low A plus tier, but yeah, that was my Cartoon Network TV show tier list. Like the Nicktoons one, there was a couple that I have not seen, but and most of them I have seen, and most of them I do have an opinion on. None of them have made the S plus tier, which is surprising, but yeah, there were varying degrees of how I felt about them. Although, I just would like to say this: I know this doesn't have to be every Cartoon Network show ever, but there are a couple ones that I think should have probably maybe been included. There is one that I know of that I was surprised didn't make it here, and that was I think the show was like Hi Hi Puffy Yumi. I think I've seen like clips of that show, and I guess it'd probably be somewhere like maybe B or C. I don't know, but yeah, I'm also surprised the Annoying Orange show wasn't on here because I would have loved to put that in the F tier because it is a trash show. But looks like most of the shows have been included here. But anyway, guys, I'm the Perpetuating Party of Patriots saying see you guys in the next one.